In the rolling green hills of eastern Domike, where the crows circled lazily over cassava fields and palm trees swayed like gossiping elders, there was a village called Moke, a place so quiet, even the wind seemed to speak in whispers. At the highest point of the village stood a church, the Chapel of the Risen Light. It was small, built of worn white bricks and a rusted bell that hadn't rung in years. Yet, every Sunday the place overflowed. Children, elders, traders, farmers, everyone came with hope in their hearts and offerings in their hands. And the man who received them, Pastor Kelechi. He was tall, smooth-tongued, and always smiling. His eyes were sharp, but soft when he wanted them to be. He walked like someone who had danced with the angels and preached like thunder in velvet. His words made sinners weep and saints feel blessed. When he spoke, you felt as though God himself was whispering in your ear. And when he asked for offering, he didn't even need to ask. People rushed forward. Coins, notes, jewels, seeds, even a few gold rings. They said he was anointed. They said the Lord had chosen him. They said a lot of things. But no one knew where the offerings went. He never announced what the church used them for. No new benches were bought. The leaking roof still leaked. The poor remained poor. Yet Pastor Kelechi's compound gleamed behind iron gates. His clothes were fine silk. From Chime, his car, a black SUV that roared like a lion, was the only one in the entire district. Still, the people believed, even when strange things began to happen. It began subtly, first with Nyams, the young farmer who once had barns full of produce. One morning, all his yams had rotted, maggots crawling out of their bellies like they died screaming. He left the village in shame. Then, Mama Neema, the palm oil trader, her barrels spilled over mysteriously one night. The oil seeped into her storeroom, destroying her stock. She said she saw a shadow watching her from the tree line before it happened. One by one, those who once gave the largest offerings became ruined. And each time someone fell, Pastor Kelechi seemed to rise, richer, rounder, his skin glowing like morning dew. If only they knew what the pastor did with the offering, mumbled the blind man who sat by the market gates. His voice was raspy, and his words always ignored. But someone listened. Chei, she was 15, an orphan girl with curious eyes and a silence that spoke volumes. She swept the church, cleaned the altar, and scrubbed the offering baskets every Monday morning. Pastor Kelechi paid her in old bread and leftover soup. But Chei had questions, and one night she followed him. It was the night of the full moon, when even the shadows were restless. Chei hid behind the altar, her breath caught in her throat, and watched as Pastor Kelechi lit candles, not white, not red, but black. Wax dripped like ink onto the marble floor. He pulled up the old rug and opened a trapdoor. Beneath the church, there was a hidden cellar. No one ever knew it was there. And inside, walls etched with ancient symbols, skulls, some human, some not, a massive iron cauldron filled with melted coins and notes. Above it hovered a strange vapor, shifting like a creature trying to form a face. Pastor Kelechi began to chant in a language not of men. The walls trembled. The air grew cold. From the mist, a dark figure emerged, tall-horned and smiling. The demon spoke. More souls, more fortune. You know the price. Kelechi bowed and poured in the offerings. With each coin, he muttered a name, the names of villagers. The pot hissed. The figure grinned wider. Chei gasped. The demon turned. She ran, but she never reached home. The next morning, the village was in chaos. Chei was missing. Her broom lay at the church door. Pastor Kelechi said he had not seen her, claimed she may have gone to the next village. But the blind man at the market shook his head and whispered, "He's fed her to the pot, just like the rest." Now the people began to murmur. They watched more closely, and one stormy night, when the sky wept and the trees groaned, they gathered their courage and broke into the chapel. They searched everywhere, but the trapdoor was gone. No symbols, no skulls. The cellar had sealed itself. But the altar mirror was there, huge, untouched, and in it they saw not their reflections, but warped, greedy versions of themselves. Their hands were clutched like claws, their mouths open in silent screams, and behind each of them stood the pastor, smiling wide. They turned to flee. The chapel burst into flame. No one knows who lit it. Some say it was lightning, others say it was the demon sealing his work. Pastor Kelechi was never seen again, but the villagers never built another church. Instead, they pray in open fields, barefoot and humble. And each time someone asks for an offering, a hush falls over them. Then someone whispers, "If only they knew what the pastor did with the offering." Not all that glitters in the pulpit is holy. Be careful where your faith rests. Not every man of God is sent by God. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with others. Until next time, peace.